when you ask me how have I been, my brother, I've been here, and here. But what I can tell you is I'm above ground. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing these days. Doing this podcast gives me purpose. Other than being a husband, other than being a father, I'm a host and a producer and a director, apparently. But I'm all of those things. But I don't know. It gives me purpose.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
Love it for you.
Your name, let's do it. All right, welcome back to another episode of Talk Vibe Hustle, the podcast where we dive deep into the mind and the passions of the most inspiring people in the city. I am your host, K Boogie. Today we have the pimp himself. I would say that he a Black Panther, but I don't want to offend a Panther party and have him coming after me. But I will say that this gentleman here makes some of my favorite music that I have heard, from 205 Dreaming to other songs that he ain't even put out yet, that he might have sent to the kid. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, Mr. Frank Luke, man, welcome back to the building, man.
What's happening, brother? You doing all right, my guy?
Clap it up, baby. Yeah, something amazing, brother.
Sure.
Tell people, I think, what's more important is what side of Birmingham you come from and your story as to how you ended up with that microphone in your hand.
From the north side of Birmingham, man, you know, graduated from Carver. All my family from over there, great-granddaddy, granny, my granddaddy. Mostly everybody went to Carver. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Carver.
That's
Carver.
tough.
Yeah, like everybody, aunties and all, for real.
That's tough. Okay.
Yeah. That, and then I just got a real musical background. Like, my granddaddy, my granny, aunties, mama, everybody sang or play an instrument to do something like that, you know. I'm the actual first rapper. Everybody else know how to sing.
Do they shun you a little bit? Nah.
That's what they're musical people. That's what they love, though.
Yeah.
You know, and they see me doing my thing all the time.
So do y'all have any like pastors in the group, in the family rather? Nobody singing in the choir?
Yeah, I mean, we did.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Singing in the choir.
Yeah. It kind of almost felt kind of mandatory. It's kind of crazy. Like, I ain't gonna say our parents kind of pushed us to get in the choir, but then it's like, if you was a kid at the church we went to, they was like, you was gonna do something.
You had no choice.
Yeah.
You had to be in the choir.
You was gonna do something.
You gonna have an Easter speech.
Come on. Dance girl, mime.
Hey, you gonna praise dance. Hey, and then that summer, the summer Bible study, you in there.
Yeah.
You in there.
Yep.
You in there. You know, that's probably why I don't go to church as much, man, because we were so locked in as kids. Like, you so locked in on church. Yeah. That it's like when you get older, you're like, bro, I could just not go.
You know what I'm saying?
I still love the Lord.
Yeah.
I still love the Lord.
Yeah.
But I could just not go. So, okay, so you come from a musical family, but you're the only rapper. Anybody a songwriter at all?
My mama and my auntie, I know they write their own music.
That's what's up.
You know, especially my mama. Mama, she be everywhere with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Gospel?
R&B.
R&B, the lovers music. Yeah. I love that. So with that being said, now I'm not hearing any influence that come from within the house. So where did the influence come to become a rapper?
My mama loved hip hop, and then hanging out with my big cousin, like, she always played a lot of rap music.
Yeah.
Things that I never listened to or never heard of, I heard it from her. You know, she'll be in her room, or she'll pick me up in her car when I was younger. She playing music I've never heard before. And I'm like, what is this? You know, she'll give me a couple CDs that she had for some years and be like, yeah, I was listening to this.
Yeah.
My mama, you know, so I was born in California, so they play a lot of West Coast music for me.
Okay.
You know.
Military, baby?
Nah?
Okay. How you was born in California and up in Birmingham? Whoa.
My mama moved out there.
Heard.
My mama moved out there when she was younger. Her and my auntie.
No,
my auntie, my granny.
Gone.
Yeah, I got family. I still got family out there.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's nice to get away from Birmingham, because then you learn that the world is a lot bigger. You know what I mean? So your mom go to California, come back, you born at some point, and you getting influenced by the hip hop. So give me a top 10, or not top 10? That's a long list.
It is long.
Give me 3 who influence the way that you rap, your style of clothing and how you dress, and then give me another rapper that influences your persona.
Pimp C.
I feel like that was a given.
Yeah. Pimp C. Even some people that I listen to now, like Akeem Ali.
Okay.
Crit.
Shout out Crit.
Really, anything Southern based for real. Early 2 Chainz.
Back when you were Titty Boy.
Yeah. That's good. That's a really good Southern music right there, for real. That
part.
Outkast. Really, just anything Southern. Like I said, I listen to West Coast music, but most of it was from the South.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to school?
I went to Miles for like 2 years. I went to Miles for like 2 years, and I was like, yeah.
What folks call that? What they call Miles? It's something high school. Miles High School, I guess.
It is like that.
I feel like Miles got his own culture though.
It does.
Yeah. You a West Side baby at that point though.
Yeah. I stayed there for like 2 years. I was like, man, it's crazy. But going to Miles, I think going to college in general, when you just meet people that's not from where you're from,
it
expands your mind. Like, they put you on music that you've never heard of ever.
That part.
Like, I don't know who no Lucci was. I didn't know who Lucci was. Yeah. I know who Schoolie was because I lived in Georgia for a minute, but I still didn't know like how really prominent and big he was in the city.
Yeah.
You know, and how people tell you different stories about these rappers that you grown up watching. You're like,
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about the same thing?
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Be like, no, I'm from here. Yeah, his grandma stay down the street. He's
crazy work.
Yeah.
That's like, tough.
What the hell?
That's tough.
Yeah.
So you get your beginnings. You get your inspiration. So when do you start actually putting pen to pad and actually going into the booth?
I can say I wrote my first rap when I was like maybe 17 in high school. Mm-hmm. It was I can't even remember what it was, but I know I had my Android. My homeboy had a laptop, and we was just scrolling through apps just trying to record.
Yeah.
You know, and you really couldn't hear it for real. It sounded awful. But that was kind of like my first test, but my real deal first time in the studio, I was maybe like 19, 20.
Heard.
20.
Heard. Was that at Miles? Were you around Miles too?
At that time, I was not going to Miles at that time no more.
Back at the crib?
Mm-hmm.
Type shit.
Mm-hmm. But I was always up back and forth over there because I had a lot of homies that stayed over there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was in a group called Mastermind, and that's how I got in the studio. Shout out to DJ Savage. He was the first person to ever record me, and I have no etiquette. So when I'm in the studio, I'm going straight through it. I'm going straight through hook, verse. I'm going straight through.
What you mean? So like, as in studio etiquette? So like, what you supposed to do? Like just the hook?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Learn me something then. Mm-hmm. Tell me something.
Yeah. Like I went in there straight hook, verse, like the whole way. If I mess up, I be like, hold on, let me catch my breath, punch in, and then go right back to it. For real, that's crazy. Like I said, I never knew nothing about that till I went to another studio with a guy named Rome, and he gave me a little bit more studio etiquette. Like, hey, we're gonna stop here, punch in and out.
What does punch in mean?
Punch in like,
I'm slow. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You punching in. So it's like, let's just say you got a long verse, but you mess up. You need to start over, or you could tell them to cut it right here, and then I'll pick up where I left off.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like coming down candy paint something. Mm-hmm. I know you ain't, and then I want to stop, and I say coming down candy paint. Mm-hmm. I can start over there. Mm-hmm. Okay. So when Wayne say he laid down in one verse, does that mean he don't have good etiquette?
No,
Wayne be lying, huh?
Nah, so
Wayne a terrible person to be in the studio with. That's what I just learned.
Nah, so you know people go in there and freestyle.
Yeah.
And they'll probably say something like, no. All right, stop. No. All right, punch me in. Go. No. All right, punch me in. And then he'll run it back. And they'll run it back a couple of times until they get it. Okay, go. Punch me in. No. You know what I'm saying? That's how that's how a lot of artists make like songs.
Yeah.
The people who freestyle.
Yeah. That's, man, hold on. So because like that, my brain can't process it because like I told you beforehand, bro, I don't think I have a talent. So like going in the studio and doing that, they gonna be like, bro, get this little slow boy out of here. What's wrong with this boy here? What is he saying? Oh, so like that's tough to like be able to process words in that order and fashion. Mm-hmm. Like that's why I'm always so envious of rappers though, or just people who make music, because I can't process words that quickly in order to not only form a song, but make it rhyme, make it have a subject and predicate. I don't even know, you know what I'm saying? And then tell a story. But with your music, not only do you tell a story, but you do an amazing job of putting me somewhere where I didn't know I needed to be, and almost putting me in a mood of like, I might be cooler than everybody in the room.
Facts.
I could be cooler than everybody in the room, bro. And like, it's certain songs of yours that like I can't play it unless the top down in the Lexus. I can't. You know what I'm saying? If my top ain't down, then I can't play it. You know, it ain't 205 dreaming.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Where did the inspiration come for that song, bro? It's so tough.
Man, just growing up in Birmingham.
Yeah,
you know, I feel like I've always felt like no artist has never really made a song about growing up here.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying, telling the struggles of how it really is down here. So when I really heard that beat, it was called, the name of the beat is like Story of a G. And so when it played, I was like, man, this is crazy. And I remember I was in the shower, pause, and it was just playing. I remember the beat just playing. I was like, man, now let me tell you about a nigga from the ham with guns don't jam. I said, ooh. I said, okay, bet.
Yeah.
And it just made itself for real.
Dog, let me tell you how it went down for me. So we got told by Troy and Brent that they wanted me and Scooter. They wanted us to host the God chapter, I believe is what it was, right? And so, my first time ever hosting any type of event.
Again, great, by the way, my boy, for sure.
Don't tell me that because I think I did awful. I think I could have did 10 times better.
You did great.
I think personally I didn't prepare enough. But the thing is like, as soon as I found out I was hosting, I went and listened to your music. I listened to Miss Lillian's music. I already listened to Troy and Brent. But 205 Dreaming came on first, bro, and no bullshit. I was literally preparing to leave work, and it was kind of hot outside, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna drop the top today. I think I'm gonna just let the windows down and turn on the AC. And that song came on. I said, nope, top down. No question, top down. But then the fact that you didn't have an album on Spotify messed me up. What's up with that? Don't give me no excuses. I want results, bro.
Yeah,
how am I supposed to be obsessed with your music if it ain't enough?
So Spotify is crazy. So I got like 2 Spotifys, and I got to get them to fix that. Okay. I got one that got everything else, and I got another one that got a whole nother separate catalog, which is crazy. I don't know how they did that, but I got to talk to the distribution people to tell them to kind of fix that. Because I don't know how that happened. But I know I get on Spotify. I be like, man, I got 4 catalog. I got 4 tapes. Where they at? Yeah. One of them got 2 or 3, and the other one got like one. And some,
don't worry. Okay. I know.
Yeah, I said, man, what? So, I got to figure a way to fix that. But
yeah. So, okay. All right, let me roll back into it. I went off on a little tangent. So, you got your inspiration. You are starting to put pen to pad. All right. So, where did the name Frank Luke come from?
In high school, they was already calling me Frank. They said I looked like Frank Ocean when I was younger. So this like 2011. Yeah. Maybe 2010, 2011 when Our Future started to really
go crazy.
Yeah, they started to do their little thing or whatever. And that's what they was calling me. And the Luke, it really short for Lucas, because I was in the car with my homeboy. We was smoking. We was making music. This around the time we in the group. And he was like, they just can't call you Frank. They got to put something else to it. He was like, you got to call it Frank Lucas. And I was like, that's cool. And I ran with it for a little minute, and I was like, nah. I ain't trying to tie my name into that. Yeah. That was the same thing when I told my auntie about it. She was like, nah, we ain't going to tie your name into that. I was like, you're right about right.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I just cut it short, made it Luke. I just ran with that.
I was really, really hoping that you was going to say my name is Franklin Lucas, so I could talk about how old your parents is. Because holy hell, Batman. I was like, Lord, please don't let this be that man's name for real, because that's going to blow my mind.
Nah,
that's tough. That's tough. Okay, so did you ever have any other names in between that?
Nah, that was it.
Dang.
That was it.
That's tough to settle on one and actually go with it, too.
Yeah, that's the only name I've ever had.
Yeah, that's tough. So when you are a very well-dressed young man. So when you putting it on for your shows, is there a way that you build your outfits? Are you a person that like for me, I build my outfits around my shoes.
Of course.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, unless I have a staple piece in my closet that I want to wear. Like, for instance, this outfit today was built around this sweater because I've been wanting to wear this sweater, and I've been losing weight, and I'm not going to be able to wear it no more.
Tight.
So, on God, I'm getting fine. On God.
Come
on
on.
God. Big
Come on, man.
But I put the outfit together around the sweater, bro. I've been really wanting to wear it. So, like, are you a person that builds around the piece or what?
Yes and no. Sometimes I just go in the closet and be like, what I feel like wearing.
Yeah.
What I feel like, especially when I got a show. Now, when I got a show, I'm a little bit more like, okay, I gotta really put that shit on.
Yeah.
I gotta put that shit on.
You did for that last one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Fashion trap. Yeah, you did.
Man, I really got it. So I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna put on? How I'm gonna get it right? You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what I do. I check in the closet. If I ain't got it in the closet, I'm online. I'm online already looking, or I'm gonna call my boy Shala.
I was about to say, or you gonna call Shala and hold it to yourself.
Come on.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah. It's
crazy.
Hey, Shala, when you see this, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't need his numbers. Shala, when you see this, get right.
Crazy,
get with me.
bro.
Come at me.
Whenever I drop something, I have a piece of his clothing on. He gonna repost it, and then I'm gonna repost it.
Yeah, say, look, man, come on the pod, dog.
Yeah,
Get me right on the pod. You know I be putting that shit on, Shala. My resume is crazy. It's online.
Matter of fact,
man, shoes come on.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna get y'all together so you can really talk to him for real.
Man.
I know he went to Carver too. That's a real.
For real.
Yeah.
Get my guy online.
Yeah.
Man, get me right, cuz. You know what I'm saying? A little partnership, you know what I'm saying? I shout you out every episode, cuz it's whatever.
That's my guy. Like I pull up, I've been shopping with him forever. I pull up on him. He like, man, what you need? I'm like, man, we just gonna look. He'll be like, do your thing.
Yeah.
He got t-shirts, jackets. All my jackets, throwback jackets. I don't even have a regular jacket that's just.
We're gonna talk about jackets. I'm gonna let you finish, but we're gonna talk about something. I got a bone to pick with you.
Nah, man. But yeah. I get all my jackets from him for real, man. Everybody be like, man, you got all the jackets in the world. I was like, you got to have you some jackets.
Oh God, you do.
You need
The jackets can turn into a crazy staple piece. I'm gonna talk about this bone I got to pick with you. So, we did that first interview the first time, and we stood our ass outside, and I complimented you on that varsity jacket you had on. I said it was hard.
Yeah.
And then I said, I got one. You know what I'm saying? I said I got one.
You did.
I said I got a Jet Life varsity jacket. You know what I'm saying? Paid a pretty penny for it.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, that's fine.
All right,
right. So then, you know what I'm saying, we went to Fashion Trap, and I was like, yo, Frank Luke gonna be there. I'm gonna pop out the jacket. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pop out the jacket for Cuz. Cuz didn't even compliment the jacket. Cuz didn't even say nothing.
It's crazy.
He said, oh, your fit that's what's up. No, nigga, the jacket.
Yeah.
Look at it.
You know what's crazy though?
What?
I peeped the jacket. That's the crazy. And I ain't even. I said, damn, the Jet Life jacket is crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this Jet Life jacket is crazy.
Oh God.
I said in my head, I said, damn, they been
I know
crazy.
you said it in your head.
Okay.
You said it out loud.
I said, man, this jacket crazy.
I went to the parking lot. I left early. I said, damn, Cuz must not thought my fit was that hard. And I said, I know I came hard. The whole fit was crazy. I came hard. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna let it ride though. I'm gonna let it ride. Just know that I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see your fit one day, and I'm just gonna compliment one part.
Be like, yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, it's straight.
Yeah, t-shirt crazy.
Nah, it's gonna be something minuscule because I'm a little petty on the inside. So like, I'm like, oh yeah, them earrings different.
Like, damn, I got on everything.
Oh God,
my
earrings, like the whole thing, the earrings. That's what's crazy to you, man. Bye, you.
Oh man, nah, the Jet Life jacket was hard though. I've never actually seen one like that at all.
I went to the Jet Life store in New Orleans and got it, bro. Yeah, I paid like $500, I think, for that jacket.
Really?
Yeah, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it is worth it. That be clean.
Jet Life with a crossover with the Pelicans.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Jet Life meets Pelicans.
I've never seen that ever. I was like,
yeah, I had to have it. I had to have it. Yeah. So when I travel for work, well, back in the day, I used to travel like 80% of the year. So I would try to like pick up clothes from places that like I know niggas ain't got this back home.
As you should.
But at the same time, still try to dress like a nigga. Cause like for instance, I lived in Oregon for like 6-7 months. Wow. So the whole time I'm there, I seen like 6 black people the entire time.
That's how it is in Colorado.
I used to live in Colorado. I used to live in Denver. Yeah, same thing.
That's why I went. Yeah,
same
and
thing.
I went for 2 days. I said,
yeah,
me and my homie was the only black people. I said,
Yeah.
Black people.
And a lot of us do.
Oh.
I used to live there. I used to live in Pittsburgh, same thing. Arizona, same thing.
Damn.
I used to live in Puerto Rico, obviously, but yeah. But up in Oregon, I was like, man, I got to get something from here so I can, you know what I'm saying, come back. I'm like, yeah, man, I got that from
I got
Oregon.
Yeah.
Man, I came back with some Nike shorts. I was so mad. Went to the flagship Nike store and got some flags. I mean, they dope. Don't get me wrong. They dope. But it's like, man, that's the best you can come back with.
I feel that.
I was so tight, bro. I'm like, bro, what's the point of traveling if I can't come back with that shit?
Yeah, I need to come with that shit.
Dang.
Yeah.
So, when you go see Shala, you're supporting people in the city,
Of course,
right?
got to.
And with supporting people in the city, do you feel like that's I would say, a place where we fall short in Birmingham?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel like we do, but we don't. I feel like we support, but we're not like, I feel like you got to push it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like our customers should be pushing. Like, yeah, you buy what, share. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people, they be like, can I, like Shala?
Yeah.
When I buy stuff from him, he records. He be like, hey, let me get a video of y'all showing me what y'all got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he'll post it on his story, and he'll post it on his page, and then I'll share it. And whoever else with me, they'll share it. So that way everybody can be like, oh, yo, that's crazy. When I'm at the job, people are like, yo, where you get that jacket from?
Yeah.
I got you. You know what I'm saying? I put everybody down.
Except for me. Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm listening. No, I'm listening. Don't worry about it. I'm listening.
Bro, I promise you. As soon as we done with it, I'm going to see you every day. I'm going to link y'all together.
That part.
I'm going to link y'all together so y'all can get everything. I'm going to link y'all together, bro, for sure. I got you. But yeah. I think I should, like you really should support everybody here, for real. That's the only way we're going to get some money or make it out of here at least.
Yeah. I do think that is a place where we fall short. Like I told somebody once before, it's free to like and share a video. Mm-hmm. It's free to follow somebody. Until they start making us pay to follow somebody, it's free right now.
Yeah.
So like that does a lot for that person. Even if you double tap the picture, that sends that to somebody that's not probably wouldn't see that on a normal basis. Mm-hmm. That algorithm is gonna keep working for you. And so like, especially now that I'm in a space of being an influencer, content creator, or whatever you want to call it, I get insights now, and it gives you like who looked at your post, how many people,
and that was they looked at all that.
And that was probably the worst thing that could have happened to me because I've spent my entire career doing data analytics, right? Mm-hmm. That's all I do is stare at spreadsheets, I stare at numbers, I understand trends, right? So when I'm looking at that bothers me that like 85% of the people who look at our page are people who are not following us. Mm-hmm. That bothers me. It also bothers me when people who are followers, how many accounts it reached versus how many actually interacted. That bothers me a little bit because it's like you see it. That means you see my post. It's not gonna kill you.
It's not.
It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna kill you to double tap that thing. Bitch, you know I look good. Double tap that thing, keep going. That sweater was fine. Double tap that thing, keep going. Cuz kicks dope. Double tap it, keep going.
Yeah, just keep going, yeah.
It ain't gonna stop your day. But I digress. I'm gonna roll back. Man, and go back to the subject at hand. The subject at hand is supporting other people. So like seeing you at the Fashion Trapper and watching you like on stage, I was like, it was a surreal moment for me because the first time we met, you were performing, and I got to host and essentially usher you onto the stage. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm watching it from the perspective of a friend watching a friend perform, and like watching the crowd get involved with your music. And it's like, okay, I know this song. Let me make sure I sing along. Oh, this fuck nigga over here ain't singing along. I'm getting closer to him to make sure it sound like it's sound coming from here because I don't want my friend to think there ain't nobody supporting him.
Yeah,
so it was dope, bro. It was really dope seeing that. It was really dope watching you perform, man. I am a true fan of yours. I really want to say that. It's dope.
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man.
You good at what you do, man. Your stage presence is dope. I like the way you perform. I can tell that you put effort into your outfits too when you bring it on the stage, bro. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Appreciate it, man. Shout out to Brent, shout out to Troy, and shout out to Uncle CJ, man. I watch how they Uncle CJ, man. That's big
coach.
Bro. That's big bro, man. No, not Coach.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Coach.
No. Shout out to Coach too, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, Beezy. Shout out everybody over there on that side, for real. But nah, I watched them three perform like before I really started like performing.
Heard.
I used to watch them. I still do watch them. I pick up tips from them all the time. Like bring the crowd in and how they use the mic and perform and all that. You know, I watch them do that all the time. I like when they go up before I do because I can watch them and see how they do. I be like, man, they kill
fire.
It. Yeah,
they kill it, bro.
Yeah,
they are amazing.
Yeah,
you are too. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to put this because it's an episode about you, but they are amazing. Shout out to them.
Fire. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them for sure. Damn. Okay. So, how did you end up on that ballot for that show?
With the God chapter or
fashion chapter.
Oh, Uncle CJ hit me up. Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he hit me up. Was like, bro, you ready? You trying to? I said, yeah. And then I know Trap. Shout out to Trap, man. That's my boy, man. That's my boy since first day I met him. Mm-hmm. He put me on his brand. I bought a couple clothes from him. I think at the time he was at Voltron, but shout out to them too.
Yeah, shout out to Voltron. I want to get some of them on the episode soon. Mm-hmm. So when we're working our way towards the end of the interview, so I have 3 conclusion questions that I like to ask our guests. First question being, if your future self was to come through the door right now, you have 2 questions to ask. What questions do you have?
How far did you make it, and who's all still around?
Okay. I love a good question. It seems like recently we are getting more in-depth questions rather than people asking silly stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, I'm going to keep bringing this up. We talked about this a few minutes beforehand, but there was this one girl I asked that same question to, and she said one question to her future self would be, bitch, did the Ozempic work? And I was weak. That's such a good question. But like, you know, but a lot of people are asking more thought-provoking questions, more questions that are like more slightly deeper, honestly, and like it puts me in a perspective of understanding you as a person, because like some of the questions people ask, I'm like, dang, you know, that's a little bit deeper than what I thought you as a person would come up with. So for somebody to say that, I was like, dang, that's crazy, that's tough. I like that. So second question being, if you could pick a song to describe your journey up until now, everything from the beginning of your rap career to leaving Miles College, going back to the first day that you decided to put pen to paper, what would that song be?
It would probably be 205 Dreaming.
I like that. My own shit. Better be. Yeah. That's tough. That's tough.
It'll probably be 205 Dreaming.
Okay. Yeah. And so now that you sat here, we've gotten the interview underway. I think it's been an amazing time. I don't know about you.
Yeah, man,
but
great.
Who do you think the next hustler needs to be to sit in that chair?
Oh, man. I ain't gonna lie, you got to get Uncle CJ in this show.
Yeah?
Bro. Yeah, you got to get Uncle CJ. I'm gonna sing.
Yeah. Send me that info.
I'm sending you that info, man.
Why you want to say that person?
That's big bro, man. And you know, he's done a lot of things in the city. He's been around for a while.
Yeah.
If you ever listen to the They Clone Tyrone album.
Yeah.
He's on there. He got like, I want to say like 2-3 songs on there.
Okay, heard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
Yeah, man. So that's big bro. You know what I'm saying? He be putting me down.
No, did he?
Crazy.
That's crazy. Whoa. I had to get you back. There's no way we gonna make it through this episode without me catching back. No way.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that was crazy. But nah, he one of my inspirations, man. Somebody I look up to, pen wise, artistry wise, man. It's a lot. It's not a lot of people that I've seen do a performance just without a music. And everybody knows the song. Everybody who sings along, they know it. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Matter of fact, he did a performance at the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I might have got there after him then, or before him.
You saw me perform?
Yeah.
Okay, it was after.
I left right after you was done. No bull. Once my people was done, I got gone.
Man, you got to see Uncle CJ perform, bro.
Say less.
See him perform, bro.
Say less. Okay. Well, tell everybody where they can find you at, what you got coming, please.
For sure. Frank Lou, y'all can catch me on Instagram. I am Frank Lou 23. Facebook, I am Frank Lou. YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Frank Lou. Y'all go get that new song I got with Rare Spliff, man. crazy R&B song. Working on the R&B tape right now.
Tough.
Yeah, man. I gotta sing you some of that too. Yes. Yeah, I gotta sing you some of that too. Yeah. That. Working on another summer jam, of course, and then I got my NFL tape. I think I sent you that.
You did send me that.
Yeah. Got my NFL tape coming out probably next month or so, man. Just trying to get all that together, man. Make sure all my songs is right and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got going, man.
Okay. Well, this has been another episode of Talk Vibe Hustle. I appreciate y'all for coming here. Like and subscribe. If y'all want to see another episode, throw the fist up in the comments for Black Panthers. And we'll have y'all come back again, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace. We out.